the principles of success relationship. I want to define principle for you first. The word principle is from the word prince, which means first. And I want to bring this back to you because a principle has to do with the first law that was laid down by the manufacturer. In other words, the principles of relationship has to do with the original laws of relationships that were laid down by the manufacturer. So we're going to be dealing with God's laws concerning how to have good relationships. So we're going to talk about the fundamental rule. Now, principle means that the base rule, the fundamental rules of everything that God created, the foundation laws. Principles, therefore, have to do with the first fundamental, foundational, original laws established by the manufacturer, which are created and designed to regulate the function of everything that's created. When God created a woman and a man, he also designed laws by which they're supposed to function and relate to each other. Just like any manufacturer who makes a car, he designs the car, he tells you what makes the car work. If you follow the laws of the manufacturer, the car works fine. If you create your own laws, you got problems, like orange juice in a gas tank. So we got to learn the precepts, we got to learn the principles, the foundational laws. And what I'm teaching you is not something I came up with last week. Sometimes I weep when I see people, especially Christians, falling apart in marriage. I weep. I say to myself, this is so easy to fix. But they know nothing. They don't understand it. They don't have the information. And so what they do is they just throw it away. It's like having a car, don't know how to fix it, so you leave it on the side of the road. People do that to their relationships. There are people who you break up with in your relationships years ago, just, friends, who were supposed to be a blessing to you. But you don't speak to them no more for the last 20 years. And they're still supposed to be a blessing to you. They can never get the blessing to you because you couldn't handle the human relationship part. That's how important relationships are. Got to learn those principles. Just a statement here. The key to life, therefore, is to live according to the knowledge and then understanding and obey those laws that make life function. I believe that the greatest problem in all of life, including relationships, is the ignorance of those principles. My wife and I have been married for 25 years, and I'm even afraid to say this because people don't believe me, but we never had a fight. We have different opinions. We discussing an issue. She gave her opinion, I give my opinion. But never a fight. Never raised our voice at each other for 25 years. Never had a negative thing to throw at each other. And it wasn't because we were lucky. It's because of knowledge. Let me give you a quick example. You remember this, okay? Okay. Because of what I know, the knowledge, what I have studied about women, what I've learned over the last 30 years about females, I mean research. Do you know that it is a principle that you should never say a negative word to a woman? That's a principle. Now, how many men know that? Lord have mercy. You could think negative words about your wife, but you should never say them. And that's tough. Now, a woman can say any kind of negative word to a man. It doesn't affect him. But vice versa. You got hell to pay. Do you know why? Because see, the principle is that a woman does not hear words. Women are designed differently from a man. They don't hear words. Men hear words. Women don't hear words. They experience words. This is negative and positive. Yes, that works. He's your husband. You go to work. He's not treating you right at home. He's telling you negative things. You're crazy, you're stupid, you fat, you're ugly, whatever. Okay? You go to work, and the guy in the job says you're cute, you're fine, you're wonderful. Now you see you got a couple of problems going on here. She's having a bad experience at home. So going to work for her is a pleasure. She can't wait to see that guy every day who gives her another experience. That's why it's important for you to be careful what you say to another man's wife. Are you getting it? See, I can't talk to you women in the church the way I talk to my wife. As innocent as it may seem, I am giving you an experience. So as a man of God, I have to be very careful what I say to women. That's why pastors get in trouble. Like any man gets in trouble because they don't know the principle. The principle is whatever you say to a woman, she feels it. That's why there's so many acts of adultery, so many broken marriages, because you got men who are so ignorant of the principles that even when they mean well, it turns into a deep well, especially if the woman is having a bad experience at home. So if a man keeps telling a woman negative things, any man that tells her positive things, she's not looking for the man, she's looking for the experience. So she likes to be around this man. And of course, that feeds his ego. So he keeps on telling her the things that make her be attracted to him. And then she confuses that with love. And now we got a problem in the marriage. Is this making sense? But it's all because of a principle. Just one I taught you. Just one. It shows you how complicated it is. Relationships. You don't need to be married to experience this. It's a relationship principle. That's why women always seem to be controlled by men. If the man knows how to talk. Get it? Yeah. And that's why, a woman who ain't married going over to a guy, and the guy is telling her all these wonderful things. She experiences what she hears. And then one day he says, I don't like you, And she can't believe this man wants to leave her. What are you talking about? You already gave me 6 months of an experience. You called me on the phone and told me my voice was beautiful like music. You told me that I am lovely and I got a good personality. You kept stroking my experience. And now you're telling me you are leaving me. See, and the woman takes it so hard because she is about to lose experience. To him, it's no big deal. He moves on. So then she calls him dog. Now you see, a man is different. He doesn't feel words. He analyzes words. A man is different. So he takes the word dog, he analyzes it. Dog. See if I'm a dog? No, I'm not a dog. Good. Okay. So I'm not a dog. So now she gets doubly angry because he's supposed to be mad. He doesn't get mad. So now it makes her more angry that he doesn't feel bad the way she feels about it. So she thinks he is cold, heartless. No, he just don't feel the word. That's why Jesus always tells his wife beautiful things. You are the apple of my eye, he says. Jesus never speaks negative to the church. He loves us so much. He says, I'm going to raise you up on the third day, on the last day, and you will be like a bride adorned for a husband. He says, you are my jewels and my crown. That's why we feel so special to Jesus. He just says good things to his wife. She has an experience. So men, you learned an important principle tonight. Be careful what you say to your secretary. You got to keep the limits. Tell her, that's a nice dress today. That's all you meant. If you're married, you shouldn't let anybody tell your wife more good things than you tell her every morning before she leaves. You understand? That's how it works. Because if she gets more experiences from other men than she gets from you, you are in danger. Why are you all so quiet? It's getting deep already, eh? We're just getting an introduction here tonight. It's a principle. What's the problem? The tragedy is that we are ignorant of these principles. And so we don't know why we cause problems. Sometimes a man would end up having sex with a woman that he doesn't love. He loves his wife, but he's been talking to this woman, saying the wrong things at the wrong level. Imagine a husband who's married to a woman telling another woman, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Now that is dangerous, because only his wife's supposed to hear that. You know what she hears? She experiences that she's better than your wife right away. So now you're in trouble because she sees you as a target. You are vulnerable. As far as you're concerned, she is more important than your wife. You should never tell a woman anything that makes her more important than your wife, because she experiences it. Selah.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Until next time.